Morning, Coach Talley.
Good morning.
It's another Monday morning, something new we're going to do this year in the 2012 season called Monday Morning Quarterback, where we'll get your thoughts on the previous week's game and the week ahead on the Monday after. So let's start right off. Your team went up to St. John's for week one. You had a 52-7 result with the Johnnies. Are you ready for a change of scenery to start the season after last Saturday?
Yeah, it was a good game. The score got a little bit out of hand there at the end with our young guys, and we felt pretty good after the game in regard to our defense, offense, special teams. We had some players really stand out, and so it's going to be a learning tool for us today.
What positive things can you take away from that game regardless of the final score?
Yeah, we were able to move the ball real well against St. John's. It's really, in one sense, for the first time to be able to run the ball well against them. Our offensive line, Coach Wilmot, did an outstanding job. Felt like our defense played well at times, very well at times. And so those are some things to build on. Certainly always things to work on, but some great things to build on for the future.
In your opinion, what player or players had a really good game?
Yeah, I felt coming off the bench, Luke Summerlot really on defense played really well. And like I said, our whole offensive line, I couldn't pick one guy out, but certainly did a fantastic job of opening up holes. And I was looking at the film, because I don't see much of the game from the offensive perspective on Saturdays, and looking at the film, there were some big holes there.
What's the biggest improvement that can be made this week in practice?
I think it always starts with on defense alignment, with offense assignment, those kinds of things. We've got a lot of small little things to clean up after looking at the defensive film from that perspective, and certainly we'll just keep plugging away on offense. A little different story there, because we'll definitely see quite a bit of different things offensively from Westminster than we did St. John's.
So your opponent this coming Saturday, Westminster out of Missouri, they beat Rockford 40-0 last week in their week one game. Does that scare you, that score?
Really doesn't. I think the same score last year, Westminster, Rockford. Westminster's going to be one of the top teams in the UMAC. So we're excited to play them. Feel excited about taking a road trip. It's a long one, but we'll play well down there and see what happens.
So despite such a big number on the scoreboard, Westminster rushed for a total of 44 yards last week while passing for 390. They had 3 receivers that had over 100 yards receiving. Does that sound scary?
No. Again, we have a great pass rush. Josh Schwar is done well. We moved Nathan Van Zee there to defensive end. He's got some great speed, and certainly the guys in the interior guys, the defensive tackles, will do a nice job of containing their quarterback and getting a good rush.
Another quarterback at a UMAC school, Sam Durley at Eureka, he broke the NCAA all-time passing yards record on Saturday versus Knox. He had 736 passing yards from one guy. Hearing that number from one guy, let alone one team, can you fathom that?
Yeah, that's a lot of yards. So it'll be interesting to see that film down the road for us as we prepare way down the road for Eureka. But fun day for him, fun day for Eureka College. He's had the same offensive system since high school, so that helps tremendously, and he's a senior, and he's a heck of a quarterback.
So wrapping up on a lighter note, what movies can your players expect to be watching on Friday's long road trip?
Well, the movies that actually get played and the ones that they yell and scream for are always a little bit different. I'm kind of old school, like Remember the Titans and some of those films like that. We watched Sandlot last road trip, so that was fun.
Awesome. Well, good luck, Coach. We'll see you next Monday.
All right. Thanks, Greg.